Hey everybody, Glenn here. I'm back with a subscription box for you, and today I am looking at the ZBox. This is the ZBox for June. This is the villains themed box. Now one thing with the ZBox is I generally get it in the first or second week of the following month versus what the box date is. So this is the June box. I got it in the second week of July, so that's why I'm getting it to it so late. But it also comes in a time where I'm not getting a whole lot of subscription boxes, so it's a nice, it's a good timing piece because I get this when there's generally not a whole lot of boxes coming my way. So the villains box, this is an overseas box. That's probably the reason that I'm getting the June box in July. And I know it's an overseas box because there's always a customs declaration attached to it. Now, it being an overseas box, they do have a U.S. site and all that kind of stuff, but it still comes from overseas, and it's only $22.99 with shipping included. I don't know how they're doing that, but it's definitely, from a value standpoint, it's great, very similar to Loot Crate as far as price point. The thing that bothers me pretty consistently about ZBox is when it arrives, a lot of the time it's pretty beat up. This is a pretty beat up box. We don't get too many subscription boxes that take a punch like this box generally does, and I think a lot of that is the overseas aspect of it. But it always bothers me because I always get it pretty beat up. So we'll check it out, and hopefully that didn't affect anything on the inside. So let's check out this villains box for ZBox. Okie dokie, I don't really see any damage. You know, it's funny, it's really not packed with a whole lot of packing material. But as beat up as the box was, you would expect some sort of damage. It doesn't look like we're there, so that's good. So we're going to start with a shirt. A gray shirt this time around. It is a penguin shirt, Cobblepot's Refrigeration Services. There's a penguin right there. This is, again, one of those shirts that alludes to something, so it's obviously the penguin, it's obviously Batman, but it doesn't say that anywhere on here, so they can get around the licensing. So very common practice among the boxes. I don't mind that they do this. Obviously it's very obvious that this is a penguin oriented shirt, and it's an interesting design. You know, they took a whimsical turn on this, and it's actually a pretty good shirt, pretty good quality. So decent shirt there to start with. Alright, the big item, we've got a figure, and this is from DC Collectibles, which we don't see too often in boxes. And going along with the theme, this is the DC Comics, or DC Collectibles Icons collection, and this is Lex Luthor. So more your traditional articulated figure. You see he's got all his accessories here. If you look at the back, see some more in this Icon series. You see Black Adam and the Flash, and who is that, Blue Beetle? So it's kind of a weird, an odd foursome in this collection, but it's a pretty cool looking figure. So there he is, a little bit more close up. You can see him in his traditional green and purplish color scheme, which, now that I look at it, is very similar to the Joker. And it looks pretty good. The box did get a little bit damaged on the side, so you can kind of see that there's a crease there right next to the L for Luthor. But again, not too bad for me. If I were to keep this figure, I'd take it out anyway and display him that way. So there is the major part of the box, the Lex Luthor figure. Alright, now we've got some small stuff. We have got what looks like a car air freshener, which I generally like. I'm not sure, this looks familiar to me, but I'm going to have to look at it. And I'm sure it's on the spoiler card in there, but there's your air freshener. We've got the book. alluding to the Joker on the front. And then the next ZBox on the back is Team Up. Alright, see what else we got in here. We've got a Stormtrooper print. And this says Original Stormtrooper, London 1976. So there's the print. Stormtrooper helmet there. You can see the logo there on the bottom. Alright, and looks like we got something summary here. Actually, let's look at the pin first. We've got a Joker pin. This is a ZBox exclusive. Again, not specifically the Joker, so no licensing involved here. But obviously that's what that's supposed to represent. So, alright, not bad. It doesn't really look like the Joker's mouth to me. Looks like the design seems a little bit too wide, if that makes sense. Or not wide, but tall of a mouth. Not as pronounced for the Joker, but I see what they were going for there. So there's the pin. And then we've got something that looks like, I don't want to take it out before I read on it, so I'll show you it in a minute. But let's look at the book so we can get the spoilers. Some articles on Star Wars, past ZBoxes. We've got Kylo Ren there. More villains. It's all about villains this time out, right? There's your Batman villains. Here we go. So, okay, so Mad Max is the air freshener. I should recognize that. So there's Mad Max for you. Let's see. Oh, it's an apron. Alright, so we're going to take this bad boy out so you can see it. It's a Joker apron. If I can get it out. There it is. Okay. Alright, almost looked like an inflatable when I first looked at it of some sort. But very summery theme. Right, so there he is. There's the Joker apron. That's a very cool apron. I like that. That looks very neat. They did a really good job with that one. And this one is an actual licensed product. So this is the one licensing they got going on in here. In this box this month is the apron. So very cool Joker apron. Add it to my collection of fun aprons that I've got already. And it looks like the figure had a variant. So obviously Lex is the one I got, but also Deadman was available. So it looks like some of us got Deadman and some of us got Lex. Alright, so that's it. Let's see what else is in the book. More articles on villains. Pretty deep book as far as that goes. Lots of articles, a couple of different ads for other things you can get on their website. And then next month is Team Up. Alright, so there we have it. We've got the shirt. Cool enough shirt. Figure. I don't like that the figure got a little bit beat up box-wise, but the figure itself is pretty cool. Love the Joker apron. Love that it's licensed. Air freshener. You know, a lot of people look at these as throw-ins. I like them. The pin was okay. Again, it didn't really represent Joker too well for me, even though I know that's what it is. It just didn't have the right look for me. And then this, for me, is the kind of throwaway part, and that's the Stormtrooper print there. So I kind of passed over. Yeah, really, I mean, it says it's a exclusive print, but doesn't really have an artist name or anything that, you know, that is too much of an indicator. So, again, not bad, but not great either. So, a decent ZBox. Again, you get the value for sure. I mean, if you're just talking about the figure and the apron, that's at least $30 right there for your $22.99 box, not to mention the shirt and the other few items. So there were some standouts in the opposite direction for me. I didn't really like the Joker pin that much, and the print was kind of a ho-hum kind of thing. And the shirt was good, but not great. I'm giving this box a B, you know, right there, but you know, not thrilling me very much. The good news is as with all the boxes that I review, this box is eligible to be claimed by a patron at the end of the month. So if you are a patron at the $35 level, or even at the $15 level, you could randomly get this box. But if you're at the $35 level, the Mac patron level, you can claim this box as your own at the end of the month. And I'll send it right to you. So all the boxes this month, all the boxes every month, are eligible to be claimed and given away. So if you're interested in Patreon, make sure you check that out. Other than that, again, a B box, decent, solid, not great, not a recipient of one of the A's I've given out lately. Let me know what you think of this box down in the comments below. As always, hit up my social media off to the side. Check out Patreon if you're interested in supporting the channel that way. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. As always, if you throw us a like, that helps the channel out a lot as well. I've got a couple of little random content videos coming up here pretty soon. We're going to do some small figures and some other Funko stuff. This is Comic-Con weekend. I purposely did not go crazy on Comic-Con pops this time around. Mostly, well, for a variety of reasons, but mostly having to do with not having a whole lot of room to be adding a ton of pops, and nothing really thrilled me that much to go out and put the hunt on for them. So I've gotten one or two, and I'll show those off, but there's definitely not going to be a 15 pop haul video anytime soon for the Comic-Con stuff. So enjoy all the news coming out of Comic-Con. That's pretty much what I'm keeping up on this weekend. And until next time, I will see you later. Bye-bye.